This, my friends, is one of the first leaks of Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown that ever went online on the internet. And honestly, it was 100% wrong. So in today's video, let's take a look at all the leaks leading up to TDU SC's reveal that we had and that I covered, and just take a trip down memory lane as we get to the end of this year, because we all know next year is when TDU SC is going to be releasing. Hopefully, I highly doubt it's going to go to 2025, despite some people assuming that. But anyways, let's get straight into this, starting off with the Reddit leak. So this was my very first video that I made on YouTube after coming back from IRL car content. I heard about this leak and I was like, hold on, what? I need to make a video on this because TD2 is my favorite game of all time and I can't believe they're making a third one. So we're going to see how much true this exact thing is, and then we're going to go over all the other different leaks in the gaming videos. And yes, I do like my own videos sometimes, guys. Not all the time, but I do actually do it. So let's walk through this together. Starting off, we have the Reddit post. He goes on and says that he's a French developer in the industry and he's only worked on mobile games. He has some friends from different French companies and they work at several studios. So he says he works at Ubisoft Paris. Now, he says he has some information on the TD3 game, and funny thing is, he goes on to say, take this with a pinch of salt, but the reason that he believes it's true is because a few days before the announcement of TDU being bought, the actual license from Atari by Big Ben, he said that his friends told him that this would be happening. So obviously published by Big Ben Games, that's true because obviously they have the license, and developed by KT Racing, that's also true because who else at Nakon or under Big Ben would end up making this game? But let's start off with the map. Okay, just like TD1 and 2, TD3 will feature another exotic map. Okay, fair enough, we can say that. This time in South America. I can't say which location exactly because I wasn't told that, but I think Brazil is the next map. Maybe a little bit bigger than the crew, which also we know is not true at all. They want to make it around the same size as Fuel, but that will not happen. Personally, this part was already BS because when you really think about it, the map size of Fuel was pretty damn big. Up on the screen, I'll show you guys the actual number of it. And what games can even match that? In fact, to even develop an area and detail it, make a road system, etc., it is literally not going to be possible for today's graphical standards. And that map would take years, probably 2 decades to actually make anyways. So obviously that was pretty damn stupid. But back to the Reddit post. So we have cars now. So he did say there should be around 90 cars at launch, but I think the number has dropped down due to some licensing issues. TD3 will feature old sports cars, modern cars, electrics, hybrids, and more. Okay, so that part, honestly, the second part about old sport cars, that's kind of easy to predict. But the whole 90 cars or less thing is BS. So there's actually more than 100 cars in TDSC confirmed from a Gamescom interview, and beyond that I can't tell you guys the exact number or what the car list is. In fact, I think we have just over 50 cars already confirmed for TDSC so far from all the different trailers and marketing and interviews for the people, which by the way, I have confirmed these 2 cars up on the screen for you in one of my developer interviews, which I'll pop up on the screen as well for you guys to go ahead and check out if you missed it. So yeah, basically the whole car thing was cap. That is not true at all. But now let's talk about gameplay. All right. Now gameplay is just like the previous TDU games. There are no limits. You start off just like in TD2. We have 3 cars to choose from. I believe the choices are a Renault Clio RS, a Mitsubishi Evo, don't know which one, and a Polo GTI. Houses are also in the game, and there are a lot of houses in this game. I don't have the exact number, but it's more than TD1 and TD2 combined. Physics system is the same as WC8 and much more improved visuals since they are rebuilding some of the KT engine. Okay, the whole visual thing is easy to predict. The physics system obviously is not really based off WC8. It's kind of just based on their expertise from all the WRCs that they've made. But basically, this whole Reddit post is turning out to be a complete load of BS just by looking at it. All right. Now let's go over multiplayer. Now, the one thing they probably just BS but somehow got right was multiplayer will be a big aspect of the game. So kind of like GTA Online, the devs will mainly focus on multiplayer. Single player will obviously have updates, but online will have more frequent and bigger updates than single player, such as exciting new game modes, etc. So fair enough. I guess they took a gamble with the guessing on it being obviously, multiplayer focus, which we all know that is. So at the end, it does say the developers are currently aiming for a late 2020, which when we found out the game was revealed, that was literally also BS. That game would never have even touched release in late 2020. But he does say, which I don't think they'll be able to do, looking at the current state of the game release, which means the game will be released for PS5, Xbox Series X. He says the PS4 and Xbox One versions could happen, and the game will be Epic Store exclusive for a year, and then it will be available on Steam and Google Stadia. Which we all know is also cap. But, and no guys, there is no 1-year exclusivity on the Epic Game Store. It's coming on Steam at the same time. I believe it is still coming on Epic Game Store, but it's coming on at the same time. There's no time release for this, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, that was that was the Reddit leak. But let's take a look at some of the leaks that we found during our time taking a look at TD3. Now the next one was this whole thing about the game being revealed back in May of 2020. So basically there was this guy who tweeted, I don't even remember how this even worked, and I just want to say this is how my voice sounded way back then. Yo, start the hype train. TDU 3 is coming in May. It's supposed to be revealed, but let me talk to you guys about this leak. Damn, I sound pretty damn different. Anyways, so long story short, if I just skim through this, there was this guy that tweeted about the Crysis remake happening before it was actually even announced. Lo and behold, the Crysis remake ended up happening. You guys can see here, confirmed. Now, he ended up making a tweet about TDU 3 saying Kiloton is doing their thing, TDU 3 May. And then he ended up tweeting again, which is here saying TD3 reveal in May, get ready. Okay, so fair enough. We all thought that would probably be happening. And that's one of the things I covered on my video. Now, we'll get back to this tweet in a second, but let's move on to the next thing that happened. So the next thing that happened was on May 11th, 2020, we actually got this. The Test Drive Solo Crown website was actually made and published under Nakon's name, which I'll play through this really quickly on mute so at least you guys can see it all zoomed down. But basically this confirmed the name. We knew it as Test Drive Solo Crown. We didn't really know much else other than that, but that's what happened in the year of May 11, 2020. So what happened next? So things were ramping up, and then on May 16th, basically a week later, the trademark was filed. And let's take a look at this because I also don't remember this. So as you guys can see here, we have the trademark Test Drive Solo Crown. It was filed back in April 2020. Pretty cool. And then that's what we knew the game as, Test Drive Solo Crown. We didn't know much other than that, but as you can see, obviously Nakon had it and we knew that this one was legit. But then you're going to ask, okay Alex, what happened next? Well, basically a day later, I made another video talking about how the location was possibly leaked, but this was also going to end up total BS. So here we are, the video that I made not that long ago, and basically someone sent me a comment and I kind of already knew that this was sus, and I'll leave this video down in the comment section below if you guys want to check it out. But this was super sus because someone commented on the video. They're like, my friend sent me this Twitter profile, Test Drive Games created it recently. I was like, okay, this is kind of sus. I'm not gonna leave it in. So I actually blocked out everything so people couldn't really want to do it. But basically they posted something about testing on YouTube literally 24 hours after the person told me about the Twitter account, which I kind of thought was also sus. And then moving on, this was just literally the premiere. So premiere was just May 31st in 14 days. It was just all too sus. And then take a look at the actual page. You guys can see, obviously we know that's not the real Twitter anymore, but it did say Test Drive Solo Crown, which we also know that is not the real name. Enjoy breathtaking landscapes of southern France and eastern Brazil. We also know that's cap now. So anyways, that was basically it. And the funny thing was, I actually ended up messaging on Twitter someone at Nakon, and on this video you guys can see literally good evening. I can't believe that's my first message with someone at Nakon and it wasn't even proper English. Anyways, they said that the person was fake. They simply used one of their emails as main contact, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we found that was fake, and then that's it. Or is it? Well, on June 10th I made a video, and I'll never forget this day. Nakon announced TDU, sorry, not TDU Connect, I'm getting confused now. They announced this, my friends, Nakon Connect. July 7th for a first look at the future of Nakon. Our digital conference is jam-packed with exciting new announcements, exclusive gameplay footage, and much more. If you're a fan of our games and accessories, don't miss out. There was no mention of TDU yet, nothing. But I honestly, I remember seeing this, I was like, yo, we have to see TDU here. So that's what ended up happening, because literally, so that was June 10th. On June 30th, they did the first tease. Oh, and there's younger version me, Alex. My face cam is literally nearly in the same position. But yeah, there's younger Alex. I don't know if I look any better or not, but yeah. So there's younger Alex. And basically, they posted this. The very first tease we got of Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. What a time, man. And now here we are, guys, nearly 4 years later, and you still follow me on YouTube despite my extremely inconsistent upload schedule. So, but I do thank you guys very much for that, because honestly, it means a lot. And then from there, you guys already know what happened. We end up seeing this Janu up on the stage at TDU Connect explain to us for the very first time Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. It was so surreal, and now here we are, excited. We finally seen gameplay of it. We know how the physics are, we know basically the whole game scope, and I'm really excited to see what KT do next year. Hopefully it is still early next year. I'm sure in January or February we're gonna hear more about the release date or when this game is going to release. But yeah, really excited to see what they do, guys. And if you did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comment section below what leak you thought was the most absurd one, or what part of it was the most absurd. It's pretty crazy to look back on all of this and realize that there wasn't a single one that was true. Normally that doesn't really happen for games like that. In fact, TDU is one of those games where I don't even remember there ever being a leak that was legit about the game. Not ever. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe for more content. You already know what it is. I'm Lock7, and I'm out, guys. Peace.